Okay, thank you very much. Okay, before starting, I would just like to thank the artist, and almost what I have to say is now meaningless. I mean, as concepts, as being already shown in such a emotional and condensed way, really greatly done. Thank you really very much. Thank you all for being here. Many of you last moment had to cancel. Some had canceled already before because of travel restriction or other commitment. But I'm glad that we have this group here, and I want to thank a lot, first of all, the authorities of Limbazze municipality and the ambassador of Italy, that they both honor us here in this day. And thank you all, fellow investors, member of the boards, customer, partners, and people that has spent their energy to arrive here in, let's say, not the nearest place to Riga. Thank you very much. I know most of you come from far. Well, I need to try to tell you a story about the company, but first I'd like to tell you who am I. I've been introduced as the CEO of the company. Well, I am the CEO of the company, true, but I'm a little bit more than that. I mean, I'm one of the investors, or let's say one of the lead investors of the company that has purchased the majority of Aloja, almost the totality actually of Aloja. Why I did that? Why I flew from Italy over here and believing in a dream and move my family and everybody? Because I strongly believe in the things I'm going to tell you now. So for me, it's not just another assignment like my long career in international company, posted in, I think it was 7 or 8 different countries, living in Asia, in Europe, traveling everywhere in the world. I think I visited 65 or 67 countries, but it's something completely different. It's a life-changing experience for something I believe strongly in. So, the last slide you saw was carrying sustainable ingredient solution, which it is what we are about. And I would like actually to remark that this is not only words, but we want to prove what we are saying. We apply scientific rigor to produce sustainable solution while striving, sorry, I always say starving, but I get it right, striving for the lowest carbon impact. What does it mean that? You will hear across the presentation several times few concepts recurring, like fact-based sustainability, like solution-oriented company, and I will repeat it because these are key concepts, the key concept to understanding really what we are trying to do. And see if it works? Yeah, it works, okay. What we are trying to do in Aloja, we are trying to develop food solutions based on ingredients which are derived from agricultural commodities, sustainably grown, and have gone through a mild process, trying also to preserve the natural characteristic of the product in the finished ingredient. Said like that, it sounds like a nice slogan, but without explanation, I think you will not get to the extent why we believe in this concept. We have basically 4 key thrusts. We base our decision on a science-based approach. There is a lot of emotion and a lot of misinformation and a lot of confusion in the world of sustainability and plant ingredients and vegan and organic and all mixed up, sometimes synergetic with each other, sometimes in total contradiction. We want to base our decision on a science-based approach, on facts. We have sustainability as a core value, and you will see that it's not only that. We are crop agnostic because we have to be crop agnostic, is related to sustainability. And then our go-to-market, which is a little bit separate to the first one that are strongly interrelated, has to be solutions versus ingredients. Science-based approach. Well, by 2050, there will be about 10 billion of us on this planet. If we keep on eating in the way we are eating without changing our habits and producing food as we are producing right now, there will not be enough food, and we will probably depleted and ruin our planet for good. So we must change 2 things, the way we eat and the way we process food. Key steps in that, as we see it, it is based on science, scrutinize what we do. Scrutinize it from the agriculture through the process that takes food on the table, but also as a consumer to make weigh decision when we put the food in our mouth and understanding what does it mean for the planet. Even if we are absolutely not against animal ingredients, actually sometimes animal ingredients, based ingredients, they are impacting less than certainly plant-based ingredients. So we are about plant-based because of the place where we are, because we have chosen to be doing, but we are not, let's say, in a religious fight against animal derived ingredients. Actually, we see our target more flexitarian that are concerned about the environment. And we strongly believe that as a food company, we have a moral duty to guide the consumer in a direction that their choices will be less impacting the planet than they are now. And this needs a lot of education and also a relative approach. Sustainability is never absolute, it's always relative. I do this or I do that. From the moment that every one of us is born, entropy increase, so pollution increase. I breathe, I pollute. Yeah, but I can do it in a certain way, I can do it in another, and my impact will be very different, right? So it's the choice, every time the choice. Okay, till now, lots of words I would say. I said we have sustainability at core value of our company, but I will say more. Sustainability is core in our brand proposition. And we want it to become almost synonymous of Alojas when people look at the brand and understand what we are trying to do. In practice, what you're already doing. We source raw material for the process in this factory only with a range of around 400 kilometers from the plant. At least we are striving for that. And now it is like this. It might be very, very rare occasion where we go a little bit further, but definitely we're not conscious decision to take product further. Sorry, wasp. If we will need to have commodity processed from other parts of the world, we will have partner in place, which we have already actually for certain geographies. We are building alliances in Finland at the moment, and maybe later we'll build alliances more in the middle of Europe, because we will need to have also a more stable supply chain. We utilize mild processes in the factory. This was one of the decisions that we had to take when we started. So we said we are going to go for isolates, which the industry find very easy to apply. You take isolate, for you to understand, is a very pure protein, whether we concentrate on concentrates, which is okay, which are actually a flour which contain a high level of protein. The first one is very easy for our customer to use. The second one, you need to help them, you need to educate them. But the impact on the environment of the second compared to the first one is huge difference. There is only two processes, you mill and you refine, you classify with air. In the other one, use a lot of water, a lot of energy, add water, take out water, not what we like. Moreover, we are collaborating on a company that on the market go a step further with our product. We could extrude or texturize here, make the building blocks for the production of alternative meat, for example, which are the texturized vegetable protein, for example. But a container of that will carry maximum 3 to 4 tons. Whether a container of flour carries 22 tons. So it's better that we find at market partners that using our flours does the last step and sell where our customer will buy and use. And this is exactly where we are going. The energy we use is all from renewable sources, and we are also moving to cogeneration. On the midterm, we would like to go to 100% energy generated by us. The water that you can drink in the factory, which is, by the way, very high quality, is produced in our wells. We are changing our car park from purely diesel or gasoline cars to at least hybrid, and actually we like in the future if there will be more charging station to go to a completely 100% electric car park. We are collaborating with universities. We are starting to collaborate with universities, to be perfectly honest, on program to understand better sustainability. Life cycle assessment maybe doesn't tell you much, but at the moment is the only tool we have in hand to really check if an ingredient is or not impacting more than another. It's a rabbit hole because it depends how long where you start. If you start from the field, you finish to your ingredients, and you finish an application of your customer. But anyway, it's a tool. And there is a lot about development of this tool and other tool that we want to talk with university. I had the opportunity to talk with the University of Bari, but we are trying to do also with other university a collaboration for being factual about what we do. Last but not least, sustainability is a very felt value among our employees. As investors, when we decided to invest here, has been because also we find in the local management, led by Yanis Garans, a fertile ground to do what we want to do. We are sure that our employees will go the extra mile to achieve what we want to achieve, which, by the way, as I said, is a continuous struggle. It's not one step. To improve, improve, improve. Let's go to the next slide. Here is a little bit a different, I would say, point, but still interlinked. As I said before, for example, if you make a concentrate, the customer will find it more easy to use it compared to an isolate, which is a product you can just put in and you make your ice cream, you make your cheese, you make your pea burger. In order to use a concentrate, you have to struggle a little bit more in how to incorporate it in your product and achieve the same results. Thus, we have built a solution factory you will see later. At the moment, we are just blending. In the future, we can do something else, but not mostly to, let's say, to optimize processes, because again, we don't see transporting air around as a sustainable activity. And we have invested in the food academy that you see later. In order to be able to work with your customer and understanding how to give them a solution to their application challenge, and this is the work of specialty ingredients and specialty solutions company. You want to make an ice cream without milk? How do I do that? How do I do it with your product? I want to make a cheese, a vegan cheese. I want to make a burger without meat, or a flexitarian burger, which we'll taste later. What can I do? How can I do it? We need to know intimately the application of our customer. We need to work with them for co-invention. This will take us to a level of moving the ball always further. Can we concentrate on everything? No, we will start with key application, but later on we will expand those applications. We already have now a question of cosmetic, for example. It's not something that we master. If you want to do that, we will have to have someone that goes deep into cosmetic, but it's something that we definitely want to do in the future. Now, you may now not have understood everything I said, not because you don't understand it, but because maybe I've not explained it clearly, and you might not remember everything I said. But I would like you to take with you, out of this short presentation, hopefully short. By the way, thanks Yanis Garans to organize the weather. It's great. I mean, we had rain at the beginning and sunshine at the end, which is perfect. And thanks for Mauro to help me for building up this last point. And I read it because I don't want to miss one word. Please remember that we are at an historical inflection point of the food industry. We have a big challenge ahead of us, which is also a unique opportunity. Alojas is in the right place, with the right capabilities and the right people to be a winner and create value for the customers and for the community. What we hope also is to grow this company to a level that all the juice industry around is going to grow with the company itself. If I forgot to thank you something, please forgive me. If I would not been missing some points, sorry. But I thank you very much for being here again, and let's go ahead with the rest of the presentation. Thank you.